Oops, I must have clicked onto Pokemon Uranium because we're going into the bunker!
And welcome back to our Gravity Falls encrypted.
Let's see what we're gonna run into this time. I imagine a Pokemon based on a cryptid. I know, far-fetched take, but I have a feeling, you know? Maybe one a bit more dinosaur-looky given the, blacked-out image we saw. I would recap the episode, but he does it for me in the beginning of all of it, so why would I need to waste my time? And yours. Alright.
Well, I'm not seeing much so far. After what McHadron said, I was expecting more danger and dread.
Are you saying you're disappointed by the lack of depth?
Boring. Oh wait, what's that?
Cordelia bounds ahead and points to a small crater in the ground. It's
oh no, it's the Armageddon Pokemon from Pokemon Amber again.
Cordelia always
I will make that joke every time.
Points to the area around the crater.
But look, someone was here very recently. Someone with nice shoes. And they must have picked up the device.
How would you know that?
They went that way. Come on.
You follow the winding
I guess footprints, but still.
Sizable island. To your delight, you spot some new Pokemon on the way.
So with nice shoes, it's Ultimate My Foot and the series creator Pokemon.
Okay, first up, we've got something based on the Dobharchu. I know I'm mispronouncing that.
Alright.
Irish folklore. This is basically like a giant half dog, half otter creature. Now, I know
half dragon
have
because
two
dragon.
Otter-ish Pokemon with Oshawott and Weasel, but what can I say? I mean, I really like otters.
What's that one
and
next
we're
to
gonna
Weasel? Is that another
skew this a little
fan-made
bit more
thing?
Doggish anyway.
Or is that a
What type
Pokemon
of
Gen
dog
9? I
is
don't know.
long like an otter? Well, a Dachshund. And yeah, I mean, again, I know we've got Fido, which is kind of that, but hey, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, it's fine. What's one more?
Plus here.
Okay, that's an official
chilling
Pokemon.
in
Okay.
the sun, which makes our wiener dog a hot dog. It's a hot dog Pokemon.
Nice.
And as
He
for
said
the
it, but I come
pose,
with this one.
couldn't resist
It took him till 2025 to come up with that
butt
pun.
As a pillow, which gets the whole thing into this inner tube silhouette.
I like
Slap
that.
some water sunglasses on
That's
the
actually
top,
pretty-
you've got a real chill customer.
Dude, there's gonna be
Alright,
so
let's
many
say
people
hello
calling this thing
to
Poochie from The
Pooblas,
Simpsons.
The float Pokemon. This
Imagine this thing standing
relaxed
straight
water
up.
Type loves to lazily float about.
I like how they.
Pooblas'
I feel like.
body is very buoyant,
I kind of
and
like the
they
blue
use
coloring
their
as a
own
default and red as the
vigor as a
shiny to
pillow.
show they got sunburnt, but
These
I guess either way
precise
works
Pokemon
fine.
Always carry a rock.
I did just how I would do it.
To smash open tough nuts, seeds,
Similar to
and
otters, I
berries to
guess.
snack on. Though often calm, they will speed.
I wouldn't be
into
surprised if it wouldn't
action
be.
to assist
I'm kind of
those
surprised they didn't make it part
struggling
rock
with
type
water.
based on the fact he's carrying a
Ability
rock.
is water
You know that
vapor,
some creators would do that.
Getting burned. I mean, it is a hot dog after all. It can't get burned. Yeah, whatever. And the hidden ability is oblivious because it's just so chill. They're pretty relaxed.
I have to
out
go
along,
now.
and
My
wouldn't be
planet
too
needs
difficult to
me.
catch if you need another water type for your team. Continuing on, you see a group of Cubesque.
They're going to
Among
evolve,
them
aren't they?
Is its evolution.
Yep.
So
We've run into this thing
continuing
3 times
just a
now.
cube
The
of
first
stone,
time, the
some
battle, and now here.
Parts of it are being carved away. Again, this is a gargoyle, so we're gonna get some nice mean features poking
Makes sense.
through.
A bit more
I'll say
Drudagonish.
Again and again, but whenever you have the opportunity to do an asymmetrical design,
You go for it.
It's very freeing. I mean, it's also difficult, you know, because you gotta visually balance things still. But
Yeah, you
you
got.
know, I think we got here.
Screw with how your mind works, but also roll with it.
One arm, and it's got part of the face. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun stuff. And to work with the basics.
You're going
of
against
sculpture
symmetry, and
and
the
fundamental
human
parts of
beings
things,
kind of
we
like
want to work into the
symmetry.
basic shapes,
We like
this
patterns, after all.
pyramid, the boxy body and the cylinder hand thing. You know, I don't know. I'm pretty happy, pretty darn happy with how this turned out. Okay, let's.
It only
go
has
ahead and
one
meet
arm, which is gonna mess with me.
Gargurge, the craft Pokemon.
Jeez.
With bits of stone constantly falling away, the creature
I like how the shiny makes it look
Gargurge
steel type.
wishes to be becomes more and more.
I gotta be the
While
marble.
much of its body is still unrefined stone, it still stomps about as if it were the toughest Pokemon in the world.
I mean, with a face like that, how could
Its
you not be
aggressive
afraid?
Facade crumbles away whenever anyone compliments its form.
Interesting.
And it somehow
I imagine
manages
as we
to have
evolve into its final
stone
form, it'll be
face
fully
flesh.
released from the
You
stones.
could
It's like
catch one of these partially
shedding
carved
away the
beasties,
cocoon in a
or
sense.
if you have a Cubask and it's about level 27, that means it's ready to evolve anyway.
27 sounds fairly
As you
reasonable.
continue on,
For you,
you
Nova.
run into
Nah,
a
I'm
herb
kidding.
shop.
Not you, Nova.
You remember
Hey!
these
I was kidding
super
about
rare
the
Bigfoot
series creator
monsters
thing.
Partially inspired by
I got
the
it.
creator of Gravity Falls.
I call the middle toes the big
here's
toe.
another one, and you better catch it, because if you have two in your party and
You
one
have
goes up,
2 feet.
they will combine into a new Pokemon. Now,
Okay.
this evolution method is something that
You now have
Fish
2
already
feet.
had, and we're gonna say that if you bring Pokemon like Magnemite, Diglett, or Binacle to the Hoenn region, they evolve when you have multiple of them in your
That's
party.
kind of a funny
We'll
gimmick.
call this
Plus, we
something
got is sort of like
immune evolution or something.
Nikita gives you
organisms.
3 Pokemon. No, 2
Anyway,
Pokemon in a sense.
we have
Itself,
our first
the
evolution like that.
Ninjask and the
This is playing off
the shaded
of a few
skin.
Things. Firstly, her shop had the whole solitary Bigfoot thing going on, so it's always looking for its match.
And now it has 2 feet.
Solitary legs, you get a big
Behold the
hand
power
leg.
of 2
Secondly,
feet.
these are 100% the iconic Gravity Falls trees. That's fun.
Of
And
course.
thirdly,
It's a good
this
reference.
is taking Alex Hirsch from the young unknown in the animation industry to this overseeing presence that is happy to assist others with their projects. It's
Always a great
silly,
guy.
but it's fun.
Hey,
Let's
it's
go ahead
fun.
and meet
It's all in good
Squatch,
taste, which is
the
necessary.
leggy
That is a
Pokemon.
very moldy,
If two
shiny
of the
coloring.
Exceedingly rare
Ugh.
Hirschhop meet and train together, they can sometimes merge into this towering new Pokemon.
Like
They
how one just
were
absorbs
rumored
the
to
other.
exist in the wild for decades, but there was no.
It just kind of answers the question, like,
evidence.
where do the other
It was later
Magnemites and
discovered that
Magneton
Squatch
come from, and the
hide in
clinks and the
plain sight
clanks and all that
amongst tall trees,
jazz?
while others walk right
And yes, I
past it.
instinct.
Happy
I
and
just going
peaceful,
for a
they
reason.
watch over the forest and
I'm
aid
evil.
those in need. Its ability remains Tough Toe, so that powers up kick moves, and the hidden ability is Technician. It's
Look at that
quite
toe
tough
jam.
to track down those Hirschhop,
Topic
but
wishes
you'll
it
have
looked
to
this
let me know
disturbing.
if you would be determined enough to land
Actually, Topic
yourself
just
a
wishes it looks
towering
disturbing.
Hirschsquatch. Continuing
And
on,
it's scary
there is
enough
a
to scare
weird
off an alien
barking
next, but
sound
I'm
coming
going on
from
topic.
ahead. You spot a round Pokemon leaping into the water.
It's got a duck though,
Another
doesn't it?
extremely rare find.
Oh,
This
okay.
is our
It looks like a
other
platypus a bit.
pseudo-legendary line.
This is a pseudo-legendary.
This
Time for a
round
dragon.
Blubber ball is based off of the Oclute.
The
This
Oclute?
is a shape-shifting creature from Inuit folklore that is
Ah.
able to change between an orca and a wolf. So to start
So it's
off,
based off how
you
the
got something
whales
that's
came to
basically
land and
like
turned
an
into
orca
wolves.
puppy.
It's that middle ground.
This was
Interesting.
definitely inspired by husky and malamute puppies and how
Finally, a
ridiculously
Balto
cute and
Pokemon.
round they can be.
Sort of.
Very excited.
This looks like
for
if a
this line.
seal and a
I've been in
Poochiana
Alaska for a while and
fused.
really respect the native Alaskan culture and folklore, so being able to spotlight some of it with this pseudo-legendary line is going to
Interesting. I like it. I can't wait to see it become a dragon.
This happy little pup. This is Borka.
Pure
the
ice
sea
for
pup
now.
Pokemon. This round ice type loves playing.
I like
in
the
water.
original colors more than
Their
the shiny this
squishy
one.
Bodies let them leap
I mean, the
from
shiny isn't
great
bad,
heights
just
before
preference,
belly
you know?
flopping into the sea.
He looks so
While
fun and
incredibly
full of
playful,
joy.
Orca are a rare find in the Hoenn
I
region,
believe you.
as their evolved forms are quite protective and rarely let them wander far. While adorable and playful, they are incredibly loyal to their trainers. The ability is Thick Fat, again he's a little blubber ball, and that reduces damage from fire and ice type moves. And the hidden ability is Ice Body.
Nice.
They are very rare, but you
No
find
pressure
Orca
yet,
playing
though.
on its own. Perhaps it got separated from the rest of its pack. Would you add this little goober to your team?
Well, it's a pseudo-legendary,
You
so
keep
yes.
going until Cordelia
Legendaries
stops
feels
at
like
the face
cheating.
of a cliff.
Pseudo-legendaries
There's
are
a
another
little
story.
Control panel on the rock face.
The footprints stop here at this panel for a while, and then keep going off that way.
Well, let's keep following the prints. They've got to be close.
Yeah, but do you not see the control
But I
panel in front of
wonder
you?
if
Something
they might just be
suspicious.
coming back here. Look at how long they were working on this panel.
Fine, you stay here, but Maple's off to catch our thief.
Maybe that's such a great
Bounds
idea.
off after the prince, and you
Can't go off
think
by
about
herself,
following,
but we
you
can't leave her
remember
there.
a
We can't leave-
diagram in the
I don't
tunnel
know.
that looks similar to this panel.
Either way,
on the
someone's gonna be
rock
left
face.
behind.
You open up the book, and start to examine the page.
What's that? Did you get that from the professor?
Not
The
exactly.
diagram in question gives you a sequence of buttons to press. And when
Okay,
you
so
do,
that'd
a
be our
section of the
minigame.
rock face slides away, revealing stairs going down into a
Wonker.
bunker.
Whoa, that's wild. How did you do that? I'm gonna send Maple a text to come on back, but we gotta check this out.
Without
I don't think
wasting
she's gonna
any
come
time,
back. I think she's
Cordelia
been kidnapped.
barrels down the dark staircase. You make sure to leave the entrance open so Maple can get in and head down too.
Yo, this place is awesome. Look at all the cobwebs and dust. I don't think anyone has been down here in years and years.
So I guess someone came
But
up, tried the
whoever's
code,
down
didn't
here is
work, and
doing
then
some
said
serious
F it.
research. Look at all this stuff. Oh, come on, this way. The tunnel keeps going.
Bank
You
book,
eye some of the
book, down,
papers
life
and
log,
notes
mark,
strewn
note,
about,
river,
and
shelf,
have to
time
admit they
travel.
feel quite similar to what is written in the journal you found. Perhaps this bunker belongs to its author? Cordelia
Might
is
just.
gone, and you run after her. The passageways twist and turn and split and wind every which direction. You also run into a few Pokemon down here. all of
Naturally.
which are Ultra Beasts that have adapted to the Hoax region. So
That's
you see
disturbing.
Tragikarp, Foline, and even the super rare Prismoid.
Huh.
Yep, if you are super duper lucky or very, very determined, this island and its bunker could get you both of these pseudo-legendary lines.
Dang, you must
But
have
even beyond
God's
these
luck in that
Pokemon,
one.
You have
Or
the
Arceus'
distinct
luck.
feeling that you are
Is there a luck
being
Pokemon?
watched.
Something like that?
Man, I really thought that Maple would have caught up with us by now. Let me try and... Of course.
Yeah, no
Can't get any
signal
kind
down
of signal
here.
Down here. I might have made a mistake running headfirst into an abandoned tunnel.
You think?
Maybe we should get back and...
Cordelia is cut off by some muffled commotion echoing down the tunnels. For a second, you think you hear Maple calling for help. You and Cordelia are frozen in place until you hear the sharp sound of someone walking through the dark towards you.
Yep, I definitely made a mistake. Professor Pines is gonna kill me if I get you twins killed.
Hello? Who's there?
Looker.
Looker? Oh my goodness, you nearly gave me a heart attack.
Oh, my apologies. What are you doing down here?
What are you doing down
Scary
here?
Pants here managed to
This
get
is
the
your
door to this
lair?
bunker open. We thought it would be interesting to explore.
Well, this is a very dangerous place to be.
Again, that explains all the
We need to
Ultra
get you
Beast
two
stuff
out of here
around.
now.
Something
Looker
suspicious is
begins
going on
to
with
walk
Looker.
with purpose, and you follow behind. But we'll pick up from there
Hmm.
in the next episode.
That whole thrashing of the
Be
beast
sure to
makes
leave a
me
like,
suspicious.
comment, and subscribe
Maybe Looker
if
isn't
you are
all he
enjoying
appears
the
to be.
series. There is a
Something
new
could be
puzzle
up
added
with
to the
him.
Discord server, so check out the
Interesting.
video description for
But yeah.
details on how to join the journal deciphering.
I was
club.
afraid there was gonna be one of
Haven't
those,
done
just
so
like we
already?
get deep into
Alright.
the
will
layer,
catch you in
and
the
then
next
it's
one.
like,
Later, nerds.
all right, let's find out what this. What do you mean Maple's been kidnapped? Now we have to go and save her and from Team Cypher, and as they've kidnapped her to because of reasons. The explanation doesn't really matter. It's hey, she's been kidnapped. Go save her. There. I thought it was gonna be one of those, but no, Maple just didn't catch up, so I guess she went hot on the trail of whoever it was. Although it still makes it suspicious that it's Looker. Looker is now looking like a suspect in a sense. Though him replacing Professor Pines' brother, like sort of like how Grunkle Stan's brother was, it would be interesting if they related. I doubt it, considering Professor Pines met Looker and he's like, I don't trust cops. He would have said something. I can't just say that. It's not fitting. But there was an interesting new Pokemon in this one, that's for sure. There's always interesting new Pokemon in this one. Never an episode without one. The hot dog Pokemon was interesting. Don't know if it's my favorite, but it's still pretty... It's a unique design, I'll say that much. I can see it being a fan favorite, if only just for all the freaking Simpsons Poochie memes. Oy. He must be coolest and splendors and have access to a time machine. I haven't watched The Simpsons and I know half of the memes. Quotes, rather. Regardless. The sculpture coming out of its cocoon-like sense, or out of the mold, is an interesting way of taking it. I like that idea. As the more it evolves, the more free it gets, and you get to see its true form. I imagine. I could be wrong. We could see its final form and it's actually just a rock. I don't know. My theory might be off, but that's my theory and I'm sticking to it. The pseudo-legendary of this region is certainly an interesting design. I did not expect it to look like a seal. I was waiting for the dragon, because 9 times out of 10 with Pokemon, it's a dragon. I'm sorry, no. 8 times out of 9. Yeah, 8 times out of 9, it's a dragon. I think the only time it wasn't was Metagross. I might be wrong, though. Again, didn't play Gen 9. But I'm willing to bet. What else? There was something else. I can't put my finger on it. Oh, yeah. The 2 feet going together for the series creator Alex Hirsch. That was an interesting way of partaking in evolution that I'm sure Pokemon fans would bitch about because they had to catch 2 of the same Pokemon. The horror. You were all going to do that by accident anyway. I can't say I never, like, got to catch a Pokemon and then realized too late, just like, ah, crap, I hit Pokeball by accident. Well, guess I got a spare now, and it's not going to go in my PC box because I don't want to say the bye-bye Butterfree thing. Ugh. Interesting enough, though. It's cool. It's a cool way of taking things where they, like, combine together and create a giant Pokemon in a sense. That is, I like that. That's nice. And how they relate to the Gravity Falls foot trees is really awesome as well. So, yeah. And all these Ultra Beasts in the area, something is up with Looker, and he's going to be a #1 suspect. I know that for a fact. It's going to be interesting to see where things go forward with him. With the secret compartment and all that stuff. And what is going on in this lair? That hobo, things are dangerous here. He wasn't lying, but... in a way, expecting more. But it's a Pokemon game, so it's made for kids at the end of the day. So when they say dark and dangerous, they mean look out for high levels. Not an actual threat. But we'll see what time it's Pokemon World. They got fire-breathing dragons with a 10-year-old. It's dangerous to a certain level. Anyway, well, I guess we'll have to find out what all these mysteries are about in the next episode. And until next time, later.